Face pareidolia. There's a reason the front grille of an old Beetle looks like it's smiling, and it's not because anyone designed it that way. Power outlets look startled. Clouds rearrange themselves into something resembling eyes. Even the moon, on a clear night, can look like it's watching you back. This is pareidolia, your brain's habit of finding faces in places where there obviously aren't any. It's not really a glitch. It's a leftover survival instinct. Mistaking a rock for a person costs you nothing. But mistaking a person for a rock could get you killed. So evolution built a system that's trigger-happy about faces, scanning constantly, treating anything with two dots and a line like it might be a face. Most of the time it's wrong. Occasionally it's right. Your brain doesn't seem too concerned about the ratio. Earworms. 3 notes of a song you haven't heard in years, and suddenly it's running on a loop you didn't ask for. Researchers call this involuntary musical imagery, and the leading theory is that your brain hates unresolved patterns. A melody that loops back on itself, or a phrase that almost but doesn't quite finish, gives your memory system something to keep chewing on, like an itch it thinks it can scratch by repeating the thing one more time. Here's the part that actually messes with people. Trying to force the song out usually backfires. Resisting it is still a form of paying attention to it, and attention is exactly what keeps it going. Sometimes the only real fix is finishing the song in your head. Change blindness. In a well-known experiment, researchers had someone stop a stranger on the street to ask for directions. Midway through the conversation, 2 people carrying a door walked directly between them, and in that half-second of blocked view, the person giving directions was swapped for someone else entirely. Most people kept talking like nothing had happened. That's change blindness, and it's not really about being unobservant. It's about how attention works. You're not recording everything around you like a camera would. You're only catching small pieces of it, and your brain fills in the rest with guesses. Guesses it trusts are close enough. Usually it is. False memories. Picture your earliest memory. A birthday, a vacation, something from school. Now the less comfortable question, how much of that is what actually happened? Memory doesn't work like a recording. Every time you pull one up, your brain reconstructs it from scratch. And reconstruction means small changes get baked in without you noticing. Researchers have run experiments where they convinced adults they'd been lost in a shopping mall as kids. Total fiction. And some of those adults didn't just believe it, they elaborated on it. The memory was entirely invented and it still felt like theirs. Your memory isn't an archive. It's closer to a rough draft that keeps getting rewritten, and you're rarely shown the edits. The doorway effect. You walk into the kitchen for something specific. The second you get there, it's gone. Completely. You stand there for a second, staring at the counter, trying to remember what you even came in for. Then you walk back into the room you started in, and the memory just comes back. Researchers call this the doorway effect, and it happens because your brain organizes thoughts by context. The memory didn't disappear. It got left behind in the room where you had it, which is also why opening the fridge and immediately forgetting what you wanted is basically universal. Phantom vibrations. Check your pocket. Nothing there. No notification, no missed call. You could have sworn you felt something, but the screen's been blank for a while. This is phantom vibration syndrome, and it's almost embarrassingly common. Your brain spends so much time anticipating the buzz that it eventually stops waiting for the phone to do it and just does it itself. Intrusive thoughts. You're standing on a balcony, minding your own business, and out of nowhere, what if I jumped? No desire behind it. No plan. Just the thought, uninvited, and now you're wondering why your own mind would even bring it up. These are intrusive thoughts, brief, unwanted flashes that show up without context. Your brain runs constant background simulations, testing scenarios, checking for danger, and almost none of it surfaces into conscious thought. Once in a while, one slips through the gate. Semantic satiation. Pick a word, any word. Say it out loud, over and over. Chair, 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 chair. Somewhere around the 8th or 9th repetitions, the word stops sounding like a word and starts sounding like noise, just sound, with the meaning stripped away. That's semantic satiation. The same thing happens visually. If you stare at a written word too long, it starts to look spelled wrong, like you're seeing it for the first time and your brain isn't sure it trusts it.